Guys, that the high here on the 22nd today, the high is the Ace of Discs, which in a lot of cases is a cash out opportunity. It's at the high. It's a cash out opportunity. When we look at the 1 month, we've got highest highs here on the 22nd, and you can see that that came to fruition. If you guys are wondering, this S&P 500 November reading was created September 3rd, 2023. In other words, when I predicted that the high would be right here, okay, Hermes. Basically, all of this chart behavior was not there yet, and I predicted that the high was there. All right, buddy. There you go. All right, funny guy. Guys, there's a Black Friday deal. It opens up midnight tomorrow, or midnight Friday, I should say, Friday morning, at 12 a.m. And it'll be available throughout the weekend into Cyber Monday. $500 off of the 30 consecutive daily posts. That's our premium service. You go to our services, SO Meta Posts. 1 month consecutive daily posts. That gets you basically 30 days of posts, of 1 day posts, like we do for the S&P 500 by the hour. It'll be 30 days like that. $500 off. Normally it's normally $1,500 for stocks, and it's different for crypto. $2,100 normally for crypto, so $500 off either of those. It's our most detailed and accurate form of reading. Obviously takes a lot of time, so there is a lead time on that. Like if you were to order that today, chances are you would end up ordering it for February rather than January, because we're pushing it here. You might, if you did it right away, like on Friday, you'd probably be able to get January. But over the weekend, it'll be probably moving on to February, because it takes time to do them, guys. It's not like we just pull them out of a hat. But I highly recommend them, guys, especially if you're a day trader. What are you eating, Hermes? And so this trade at the beginning of the day, this probably would have thrown people off right here. But the opportunity was in the midst of this decline here. Not first thing at the open, but in the midst of this decline, almost at the open. It was like, what, 9:43 when it started? So just a few minutes after the open, 13 minutes to be precise, after the open. Notable decline into a low for the day, our first low for the day. And that offered opportunity to open up a long position, right? You would have held it, and then there's the halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline, followed by volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher. That fast sudden move higher marking the end of volatility. That's that opportunity to exit out of the long position that we spoke about yesterday. So here would have been the entry, here would have been the exit. This might have thrown some people off. I could see how that might have easily thrown people off, having this move to the upside first. Hopefully nobody chased this. It wouldn't have been, it would have been ill advised to chase based on the cards. And so in any case, so we have a low and a high at the end of the day as well, and you can see we came back into lows here at 2:42, so just a little bit before the 3 to 4 o'clock hour, as we have indicated here. And chances are is that we come back into a high, and it's like a prominent move higher followed by a full retracement there. Also, we've got this cross-reading congruency here at the end of the day, the luxury card, which is the peak that we sell off from down to and through support to break through a second support and do a U-shaped reversal below that support, come back and reuse it as support. Hey, Robert. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my man. I don't know if you caught, we're doing a Black Friday sale on the 30 consecutive daily posts. I don't know if it's for you. It's more so for day traders. But this one, these two right here, 1 month of consecutive daily posts, either stocks or crypto. It's different because the crypto's like twice as much work, really. Appreciate it. It was luck. I was just pointing out to everybody that the November reading where I predicted the highest high was today. It was created September 3rd, not October 3rd. September 3rd. 2 months, almost 2 months in advance, or really, yeah, over 2 months in advance. Over 2 months in advance, like almost 3 months in advance, right? It was predicted, and when you look at a chart, basically all of this, when I predicted that, basically all of this chart behavior didn't exist yet. When I predicted it, we were here. I had also predicted a lowest low for the year or close right here in October, and a high and like a high here or close to a highest high here at the end of the year, and you can see that how that panned out. That's from September 3rd, my friends. September 3rd. Excuse me if I'm a little proud of myself. Yeah, not so much for you, Robert. It's more for day trading, but it's the most accurate form, like the most detailed and accurate form of reading that we do is the 1 day by the hour readings. See, in this rune right here's advising not to chase a rally, right? And that was at what two? That was at like the 2 o'clock hour. That would have been very, very well advised. As far as the day's trade, so this I could see how this right here at the beginning of the day might have thrown off some people, especially if they're not experienced with SO meta analysis. This could have easily thrown somebody off. It might have even thrown me off if I was trying to trade it. But really, it's not advised. There's nothing saying to chase a rally higher. What the cards are saying is to look for this decline around the open. Ends up it being about 10 minutes after the open, but a notable decline taking us into a low for the day. That's that opportunity to open up a long position, which was then closed, which would have been closed here at this fast sudden move higher, marking the end of a period of volatility. Right. First, we have the halting of a bullish trend. That's the Hangman card, followed by a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher, and that fast sudden move higher takes us into another high. That would have been the exit right there. So that would have been a pretty decent trade. And so right around here at the 2 o'clock hour, this is like a place where you'd be able to trade both directions, and you can see what I mean by that. First, you would have been able to short into this low, and then reverse. Right, we hit a low right here, as indicated by this correlation in red, and then you could have closed out and open up a long position in anticipation of this move back up. And that's the way the Ace of Swords and the Princess of Swords work in a lot of cases. Well, there was a message there and then it disappeared. I didn't get to read it. Did you delete your messages? Do I think Bitcoin will hit 25K again in 2024? I was just doing the January recording last night. Nice moves. Nice moves. You wanna come back up, Hermes? Are you sure I said lowest low in July, August? Because looking at the 2024, I have the lowest low indicated here in January, February. There might be another low there. It's possible, but the low that I have indicated is here at the beginning of the year. This actually could end up being a high too. It's more likely to be a high than a low. It's probably a trough of some kind here in July, August, following a high of some kind. Hmm. There might be one there. It's possible. It's possible, but I think it's a stronger probability of one around January, February. A lot of the 2024 readings have lows if not two lows here between January and February. There probably is one there actually, but if anything, it's going to be the same low as the beginning of the year. And it might just be like a prominent trough too, because we do have high indicators here. The thing about 2024 is there's a lot of readings that have like a low and a low here. And you've got the Princess of Cups and the Ace of Cups, which are very bottomy type of energy cards, but they correlate to highs for Bitcoin. I don't think we'll see 2020. I don't think we're going to see 25K again in 2024. No. Let me see. Yeah, I got a no for that. It doesn't go to 25K again. Am I still seeing a black swan event on the 11th and 13th? It's probably both days or over that period of time. Um, unicursals around there. Bunch of unicursals around there. So it looks like there's probably some sharp drops in there. And yeah, it looks like there's a sharp drop there on the 13th, 14th, and probably one here as well. The end of the month gets a little interesting though because we've got a high correlation there. We've got the abundance card as well, but there's also a lot of indications of a low. Right, and the low indicator is the swiftness card, which is the end of December, so it would make sense that the low's there. Do I recommend returning to the market at December lows? Yeah, it looks like it's a good idea to get in December lows. And would it be better to invest in Buford Investment Firm? I got like an indifferent kind of answer for that. You might split it. You might split it. Let me see. Yeah, I got the Lovers card, which is like a pairing. So you should probably split it between the two. So, just for people who have hopped on, just want to let everybody know we're having a Black Friday sale. Our most, our premium service, excuse me, our premium service, the 1 month of consecutive daily posts for stocks or 1 month of consecutive daily posts for crypto. They're different prices. Crypto's like twice as much work as doing a stock because it's all days, including weekends, and it's all hours, not just 8 hours out of the day. Substantial amount more work. But either way, our Black Friday sale going live on 12 a.m. Friday morning is $500 off either of these. It's $1,500 normally for the stock, and it's $2,100 normally for the crypto. These are by far the most detailed and accurate forms of readings that we do. And basically, what we do every day on the live with the S&P 500, these readings right here, this is what you would get a 1 month of consecutive daily posts. This is a daily post for the S&P 500. So this is very much what like the post would look like for a stock if you ordered a stock. So what I would be preparing myself to do here, guys, I would probably put on a partial short Thursday morning, or excuse me, Friday morning. Where is it? Put on a partial short Friday morning. In the midst of this rally into a high that we have here, cross-reading congruency again at the end of the day. But I would put on a partial short. Excuse me. You could probably do a day trade on Friday morning. Like if there's a decline from a high in the post market, if there's a decline like in the like in the first few minutes, you might be able to open up a long for a quick day trade before it turns into a rally higher into a high again, and close out of it there at like overbought territory. That would be the day trade, but the multi-day trade is in the midst of that rally. You want to open up a partial short. And if we see that price level again, or if we see a higher price level on the 21st, I would add to that short. If it's the same price level, I would wait, because we'll probably see a higher price level on the 28th. And if we don't see a higher price level on the 28th, we see the same price level at that point, I would add to the short position. But though the 27th and the 28th might also be too late, so I definitely want to make sure I get in here partial, because that might be too early as well. Right, because we've got the influence of retrograde starting on the 25th. So when we come back on the 27th, we'll be in under the influence, and we may not see a reversal, because the actual entry into that influence is during the weekend, so it doesn't impact the market in the same way that it would if the market was open when this like influence happened. It may not end up being a reversal, but in either case, we'll see some sort of like uh, change in market behavior, probably a reversal, especially because we're seeing the fortune card right there. Right, and so then we would want to pay close attention to what takes place between the 27th and the 20 excuse me the 27th of November through the 23rd of December. The chart behavior that takes place during that period of time is going to be mimicked quite closely based on the Mercury retrograde chart pattern, which is no longer a theory. It happens 3 times a year. I've watched it happen for like 15 years now. It's not a theory, it's a truth, right? So it's going to mimic that chart pattern in the period of time. Let me get rid of this Bitcoin. This is throwing me off. Look, guys, the January posts that have been up on our website for early access for like almost a month now, the January S&P 500 posts were created on October 25th. All right, so you want to pay close attention to that, because the chart behavior of the S&P between the 1st of January and the 20th of January is going to closely resemble that which takes place there between the 27th and the 23rd of December. We'll also, between the 23rd of December and the 1st of January, see kind of like an inverse pattern of what takes place here. If you're not new to the channel, then you've seen me prove this multiple times already. And it's important to remember, you don't want to trade or put on like heavy positions for long-term plays or anything during retrograde. It's really important, guys, to understand. I personally do not trade during retrograde, so my last trade will be, me personally, will be here on the 24th most likely. And it'll be a short position, which I'd likely exit on the 20th or the 22nd. Remember, guys, don't mess with out of the money options. It's really tempting, but that's how I obliterated my account by not following that rule. So now I've got to build it all back up by being disciplined and not doing that again.
You're a good boy, Hermes, you know? You're a good boy. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you, you know? Come. Come on. Come on. Come be the star of the show. Hi. Can you say hello to everyone? Say hello to everyone. Oh, you're sleepy, huh? You want to go to sleep. You need a haircut, I think. Your ears are so long. How does ARB crypto look for the end of November? There's an important range on like a multi-day scale that's highlighted. Let's take a look here. Oof. That was one hell of a drop. My God. Wait, I don't get it. So all time, that there's something wrong with that chart. Okay. Yeah, there's an important range that's highlighted in the remainder of December. Hard to say based on just that card which direction it is. Let's see. Looks like it's the bottom end of a range, so we might see price levels down here. Then that would be pretty hardcore. Yeah, it looks like we probably see price levels down around the 77.5 cent mark. Oh, nice. Two more orders incoming. Awesome. Appreciate it, Robert. You're awesome, my man. Yeah, and there's a bunch. I've been recording and recording and recording in the background, so now I've got all this editing to do before the end of the year. There's like a bunch of like 1 years and 10 years, and short videos and stuff coming out. And 2024 is going to be a really big year for us. I don't even know, we didn't do that many shorts this year. It wasn't really part of our like my process yet. But as far as 2024 is concerned, by the time we enter January, there'll already be over 200 shorts alone that have been pre-scheduled throughout 2024. So we're gonna smoke 2024. It's gonna be a big, big year. So I think we probably see the same price level on the 24th, and this may end up being the high. It might not end up being on the 27th, 28th. It looks bullish, but there's also a unicursal hexagram energy in there. And unicursal. Yeah, see, and we've got Unicursal here in the morning in the midst of that. We might open lower in the morning. I think we probably open lower in the morning on the 27th. If we do see a higher price level, it's going to be on the 28th, and it's hard to say because we are going into retrograde or the influence of it. Also, guys, we got some other products and stuff that are launching or have launched. So under our shop, we have well, we will have we've got the bundle. You'll be able to order just the cards as well, and then I wonder if you put it here. Well, we're going to be adding custom monthlies back into the list of products. They're going to be quite a lot more expensive though, just so people know, because I don't want to get stuck doing a bunch of monthlies. But we will be offering very, very shortly, if not like by Friday, we'll be offering custom monthlies where you can specify the ticker or crypto symbol that you're interested in. But they'll be $500 a pop, just so you guys know. I mean, you could, but Conrad got one as well. The top 10 customers by like dollar value in 2023 thus far received that coupon. It's a nice thought. If you wanted to gift it to somebody else, you could do that, and I would be okay with that. And then under our shop, we're going to be adding a bunch of items. So it's not just going to be the cards and the tarot. We're going to have runes for sale. We're going to have tarot mats. We're going to have incense. Like basically all of the things that I utilize for my process when I'm doing the actual readings. We're going to have those components available. Well, most of them available for sale on the website as well. So lots of new stuff coming out. So in these last 10 minutes, we probably move higher here, as my sense. And then in the post-market, we see a little bit of a turnaround. Oh yeah, and there's also going to be some T-shirts and stuff where you like with the logo. Somebody suggested that a long time ago, and we meant to do it, but the guy that was on top of it, we stopped working with them, so it kind of fell off. But the logo, this circle right here, we have T-shirts with that now, and sweatshirts that you could purchase. I think a mouse pad too. Oh, and there's posters. There'll be posters with like technical chart patterns and what they mean, which I'll probably put on my own wall. All right, my friends, just gonna recap here, and then I'm gonna roll. Matter of fact, we might not move higher here because this is the completion card, which usually you see a turnover as part of that energy. It's not like it ends at the end of the energy. It ends like midway through the energy. So we probably see a turnaround right here, actually. In any case, what I would be looking to do is for a multi-day trade for the retrograde trade, basically, I would be positioning myself into a partial short for a multi-day trade here on Monday morning in the midst of this rally. There's a day trade there possibly if we have a sharp drop here in first thing in the morning. I would
I would look for sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline, and if we have a sharp decline there, I would utilize that as an opportunity to open up a long position only if I don't see a prominent move higher first, right? Because that long position would then be closed very, very shortly thereafter at a day's high, which we probably already saw in the pre-market. So we'll see it again here probably around like 10 o'clock. So that would be a quick day trade, but a multi-day swing trade, which is the real trade, positioning oneself in ahead of Mercury retrograde, which the influence will be on us when we come back on the 27th, would be to open up a short position here. Make sure not out of the money, at the money, or in the money, or if you're using, inverse ETFs or something like that. I don't recommend holding inverse ETFs overnight. They're more of a day trade tool. It's very, very speculative and unwise to hold this in an inverse ETF overnight for an extended period of time. It's a really bad idea. What does that symbol mean? That's there's a lot of personal stuff attached to it, but basically it's the sun and the moon symbol combined into the infinity symbol. It's a balance of solar and lunar energies, male and female energies, light and dark energies. It's a balance between the two. It's a sigil, so it has magical properties. It's protective, and it channels energy. The energy of illumination, if you will. It illuminates things. It's a good way to put it. I have a mutual reception between the sun and the moon in my birth chart, which means that my sun sign is ruled by the moon, and my moon sign is ruled by the sun. And when you have a mutual reception between two planets, usually they enhance each other, but it's not just two planets, it's the sun and the moon. It's a pretty powerful mutual reception. It's a pretty good balance in me of the two. Oh, that's a good idea, Robert. I'm going to add that to the list. Thank you. I like that idea. All right, my friends, with all that said, I'm going to roll. I'll just let you guys know in case you just hopped on. We've got a Black Friday sale going on. If you're a day trader, this is really for you guys. Don't miss this opportunity. At 12 a.m. Friday morning, this sale will launch. Our services, SO Meta Posts, 1 month consecutive daily posts, or 1 month consecutive daily posts of crypto. Stock or crypto, they're different prices. Don't click on the stocks and order a crypto. That's just going to be annoying, right? They're different prices. Crypto's twice as much work as the stock to do the same reading. In any case, it's $500 off. Currently $1,500, so it'll be $1,000. And the crypto's $2,100. It'll be, what does that make it? $1,600 for the crypto. It's by far the most detailed version of our readings. And it's also important to understand that when you order these 30-day consecutive, there's a 30-day lead time, which means like if it's like the 25th of November, you can't be ordering December readings. It's just that it takes a lot more time to produce these than a few days. Will Ahmed return the money you invested in his fund 2 years ago, or did he run off with it? Will Ahmed return the money you invested in his fund 2 years ago? Yes or no? I gotta know. And it was actually the hermit card, which means he ran off. Like he secluded himself. He pulled himself away from people and society. It's pretty clearly a pretty clear-cut answer for your question, if you ask me. But with that said, guys, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'm very, very thankful to have so many wonderful, loyal viewers and customers and followers and angel investors. You guys really make the world a better place, and I'm glad to be a part of us all doing that together. So thank you very much. If you've been waiting to follow the rule of karma, my friends,
during Thanksgiving would be a very appropriate time to follow through on that. Just saying. And again, don't miss out on that Black Friday sale, $500 off on the 30 consecutive daily posts of crypto or stocks. It goes live midnight on Friday morning, stays live until midnight Tuesday morning. Blessings, my friends. Have a great Thanksgiving.